just the two of us. Ron been going so long.
Everybody got their volume up but me.
What's up, everybody? John, we don't fucking up shit. Live, so smoke live Monday. What is it? What's today? The 22nd?
Yep.
22nd of August. Thank y'all for being here. We're trying to do what we can. Today is pretty much random.
And things.
It's random topic and things. Well, never know things. We stopped doing things. But it's random topics and current events. So we hope that if you have something you want to say, call in today and talk with us about anything, whatever you want to talk about. 281-968-1029 is the number. Make sure you call in or at least post something in the chats and let us know what you may want to talk about. Because again, like we just said, today is random. This is current events, anything that you see in the news today that you might want to talk about, bring it to us. You know, we're gonna have a few things we're gonna let you know. And other than that, whatever you want to talk about, it's whatever you want to talk about. That's what today's show is about.
And I hope y'all understand, when we say we want y'all to call in or put stuff in the chat, we really do look forward to the interaction with y'all as the audience. So please make sure, if you have an opinion, even if you might think it might be an unpopular opinion, right. Again, we treat everybody with respect here. Okay? So first of all, you're not going to get talked to like you're crazy, right. No matter how much we might disagree with you. We definitely wanted to get y'all's input, y'all feedback, and y'all opinion.
Right. And as you see, Brother Ron is still out. So thank y'all for joining us. He'll be back hopefully next Monday.
Yeah.
We'll get back to those, physiological type things. Right now. Anyways, you guys already know what the hell I'm about to do because y'all see it every day. So don't forget to check out our sponsors, Bangin' 832 Radio, www.bangin832.com. They show past episodes of the Daily Smoke there at 7 p.m. Plus, they have it's an online radio station. They got music. If you're from Houston, you want to check them out because you'll like that that chop and screw shit that you like. So y'all want to watch.
What you trying to say, Los?
Make sure y'all watch bangin832.com for Houston type screw shit.
See, you screwed it, but you forgot to chop it.
I didn't chop it.
You were supposed to crew.
Right. The first time I ever heard it, I'm in my car. I'm listening to the box. And I'm here, and I'm like, song came on, the net came on. I'm like, oh shit, I'm thinking old school. They forgot to change the speed of the record, so it's coming out of this, and it kept going. I'm like, damn, the DJ don't even know what he's doing. And when I got to where I was going, I think I was going to work, and I ran into Ruck. I said, Ruck, man, radio dude fucked up. The music was all good. He said, no, man, that's called chopped and screwed. I'm like, oh, y'all listen to that shit like that? He said, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought the radio station fucked up, and they just forgot all about it. And so, what's up, Rick? That's my brother Rick right there.
Oh, what's up, Rick?
He's to me like you guys are to me.
Yeah.
We've known each other for years. We met on a trolley, sitting on a trolley, right, going to work. He, I had my shirt on with my name and where I worked and shit. He did his thing, Pittsburgh, AK King of Caguas is Ricardo. Yeah, that's us right there. Yeah, he's been to Puerto Rico with me, with my family and shit.
Oh, okay, so he's family.
He's like family. That's why I say that's my brother Rick right there. So he's up in that DC. Thanks for tuning in, man.
Glad
if you got something you want to
Rick.
talk about, man, call it. Me and him are about the same people, man. We talk about the same. We're always animated about things. If he's quick to punch you in the mouth, I'm more like, man, fuck it, let's go. Other than that, we're the same people most likely. But yeah, cool brother, known him for a long time. Like I said, we met on the trolley going to work, checking out babes in and out. We look at each other like, yeah, nice. And one day we started talking and became real good friends, like we are like brothers, And it was a long time we had not seen each other. And by then we were in better jobs. So I'm walking down, I'm leaving my job, going to catch the bus, crossing the street, and there he is. We're looking at each other like, I know this dude. He got the same look I got on my face, except we're all suited up now. Like, Rick, what's up, Los? Like, man, it's like, okay, we're not wearing them shirts with our names on them no more.
Right.
You
moved up in the world.
Hard hats. We're all suited up and shit. He knows what I'm talking about. And then we disappear again, go different jobs, and then come meet up again. And we used to have lunch at about the only Chick-fil-A that in Pittsburgh. I don't even know what that is. It was one place. Yeah, there's certain places that certain places up here, up there that they don't have here, and places here that they don't have there.
Like what? Like Whataburger.
Right there, they don't have. I didn't ever. When I first heard somebody mention that, I thought they said water burger. Like water burger, what the fuck? What
Why would
they
you
make
want
a
a wet
burger?
burger?
It's like it's like a boiled burger. What the fuck is that? You know. Then once I moved there, I said, okay, no, it's not water burger. It's what a burger. It's like, okay, cool.
I need somebody to touch my body.
No, we'll get to that. And that one. So that was banging 832. Anyways, yeah, go on with that. And then of course, yeah, Tamia's Touch of Care Massage Therapy. www.tamiaanderson.com. To get with life, get a massage. Touch my body. Hey, so make sure y'all check it out. Plus, she's also a
Personal
trainer. So she'll train you. She'll work your ass out, and then she'll take out all the kinks. You know, touching your body, getting all that shit out, getting all that workout out.
That sounded wholly different, bro. But okay.
Yeah, no, you know, okay, yeah, but it's not Tamia's Touch of Care, happy massage or happy ending and shit.
No, that's
this
not
is,
that.
This is to make you well, make you feel good, and according to the word mortician, she gets one all the time from her. She says they're wonderful. It makes her feel good. So make sure y'all check her out. She's also a veteran and black. So make sure y'all, you know, and this is Black Appreciation
Black owned business month.
Black
is,
owned business month.
August,
So
yeah.
here's your chance to support there. Make sure y'all do that. And then we got South Park Coalition 35th anniversary concert. If y'all from Houston or if you're into rap music and stuff, y'all know K Reno. He's right from here. He's, you know, he was on our show.
Houston legend.
And they have this South Park Coalition. They started way back in 1990 something. It's been 35 years that they're doing this. So
Yep.
so make sure y'all check that out. And that's on September 10th. So that's coming up soon here from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. at Scout Bar at 18307 Egret Bay Boulevard here in Houston. 77058. Make sure y'all check that out. You can get tickets on Eventbrite. $25 pre-sale, $50 for VIP, $30 at the door. You won't. That'll be general admission. So don't think you're gonna pay $30 and get in VIP. Unless you roll with them, I'm sure they'll let you in there. But if not, but make sure y'all check that out. There's lots. I mean, that's gonna be from 8 to 2 for real, because that's a lot of people gonna be up there singing and talking and you know, doing their thing. So make sure y'all check that out, especially if you're from Houston, you know, and again, black owned business. Make sure y'all help them out, you know, what they do. He also has the Real K Reno podcast. Go check him out there. He talks about a lot of different things there too, so you might want to check that out.
I realized last week all of our affiliates are black owned.
Pretty much that's right.
All of our affiliates,
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
And we didn't even plan it that way. It just worked
It
out.
so happens that's the way it is, but it doesn't necessarily have to be just black owned. If you have a business, you want us to help you get it out there, bring it to us. You know, we got 1,000 subscribers that don't know you.
Well, go ahead and get the last one.
And then of course, this will be for next month, because the third Saturday was just this past Saturday, and this is the Buy Black Marketplace at the Shrine of the Black Madonna. And it's a black vendor market, book, and art fair. If you're a black owned business and you want your stuff to be out there, check them out at www.theblackbuymarketplace.com, and you can be a vendor and get your stuff out there, and people will go out there and support you. And again, because it is, you know, Black Business Awareness Month.
Yeah.
Because it's that, there's going to be a lot of people that went out there. I'm sure it was, and again, first and second, third Saturday of each and every month from 12 to 6. This past Saturday was the third Saturday of the month, so you're going to have to wait till the first Saturday but
that's a holiday weekend too.
That third one, right? That's right.
That first Saturday of September
coming up
is going to be a holiday
for
so
Labor
that's
Day,
gonna be
that
cool.
Monday. Yeah, so make sure y'all want to go there, and also don't forget to tune in for Talk About It Thursday. The happiest hour with Lady D.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be the first Thursday of each and every month. So the next one's coming up too. It'll be just before that Saturday to go to the Black Madonna thing. And then if you want to know anything else about any of the vendors that we have, other than just the ones we do or just the black ones, go to our website and we have all their pictures there, all the sponsors, affiliates, and family that we have with us. Click their button and it'll take you straight to their pages.
Yep.
So you will see what they do. And then don't forget, if you want to donate to help us out, we're also a black owned business. You want to help us out, go to Cash App. It's $TD Smoke. Anything you can give is welcome. And like we say, just viewing like you are right now, sharing and subscribing to our channel, that's more than enough just in itself. Just watching us each and every day, giving us that watch time, that's a donation all by itself, whether you think you're doing something or not. But we'll take whatever you want to give us. We're just trying to make it better for you all. And again, the reason we're trying to do that is because we want this to be about you, the People's Podcast. So make sure y'all call in, especially today. Tell us what you got on your mind. This is just what's going on today.
And don't forget too, on our website, if you go to the www.dailysmoke.com, we got some merch up. So we do have the t-shirts,
Yeah, you get
and
t-shirt,
a lot
cup.
of different colors. We got mugs and cups and things like that. So please go check them out.
Support.
Yeah, we got some stuff up, and some of the t-shirts are men or women. So
Yeah, so go check us out. We need all the support we
do
can
your
get.
thing.
And one of the main things is share. Word of mouth is usually the best advertisement for anything. So
Right.
we need y'all to continue sharing. Except now, all you got to do is share it on your media shit, and all them 350,000 friends that you have that you don't know half of them, they'll know us too. So go ahead and
Go
ahead.
follow our Facebook page. We post up links
Right.
every day. All you have to do is hit the share button. You don't even have to put a caption on it. Just share.
Right. So and then on the website, go to upcoming events and episodes, and you'll get to see what's all upcoming, or watch TGIF, and I'll tell you what's upcoming.
And if you want to be on the show, go to the website and hit that "Have you ever been experienced?" link.
Yeah, right.
That's how you sign up to be on the show. Even if you just want to come sit in the audience with us, you might not necessarily want to be on camera. We also don't mind people coming and joining us when we like to have an audience, because trust me, if the conversation get good enough, you gonna join in on some part of it.
Right. And then what was today? Today was supposed to be something about
Comparative religions.
comparative, something about faiths, and it could be why certain people tuned in. I know my boy Rick, he's very, very, very religious and faithful. He's Christian, so I know he might have tuned in for that. That's what we're talking about. But is that what you want to talk about? Call in, man, and we'll talk about that. We'll see what your opinion is on that. Again, your opinion is your opinion. We're not going to argue with you. I mean, if you're bringing something that we're questioning, make sure you can back it up. If you can back it up, we have no problem, because at least you're teaching us, you're teaching our viewers. So that's what we want, and that's what we want all the time. Call in, we want this to be as interactive as possible, and if we start going out to be places, we want you to come see us there live, come hang out with us, show people that that you're part of this and that you enjoy, and you can help us push this platform even further, because like we say, this is the best unknown podcast out there, live. Things happen that we cannot control, and y'all still roll with us, and a lot of shit be happening as we go through. We've had the power go out on us, we had the internet stop on us.
Yeah, we
We've had
definitely have.
sound, no sound. We're doing something. We're thinking it's all sounding. We get the black hand curse on us, as he said, and anything happens. But we understand that, because we're trying to do live, because we want you to be part of this conversation right as it's happening. We want you to be part of it.
And realistically speaking, y'all, we want y'all to grow with us. When we go to these events and we tell y'all about them, come on out and join us, because what'll happen is when people see we bring our audience with us, then we can say, okay, let our audience members in at half price.
Right.
If they come from the Daily Smoke, then let our audience members in at half price, or depending on the event, depending on if it might be our own event. You show that you're a regular follower and a viewer. Yeah, we get you in
You're a
for free.
subscriber. You just come on in and hang out with it, and those kind of things are going to be coming up. We're all trying to get out there.
We are
to
trying to
market
get
our
out there
stuff,
more,
get a
yeah.
table going, and give out our things. But if we have fans there with us, when new people come up and we tell them about it, we can tell them, hey, look, this is a fan who's been watching us for so long. Let her tell you how she feels
We
about it.
want y'all to grow with us. This is not just an experience for us. We're taking the reason that we started the podcast is because we all realized that we were in a stage of growth.
Right.
We all realized that just like everybody else, when the pandemic hit, it really made you start thinking about things and reanalyzing things, and even determining what's really more important in your life. You know what I'm saying? And so because of that, we all experienced some growth, and that led to this. And so we want y'all to grow with us. We want y'all to see. We're not just here to hear ourselves talk. I mean, we could sit on the couch and talk if we just wanted to have a conversation.
Anyways,
But the reason we decided to put a camera and a microphone and put this up on YouTube is because we wanted to share it with y'all.
Right.
And we want y'all to come along and on this journey with us. And so when we go out places, when we say, hey, we're going to be at this event,
come along and ride along.
fan.
TDS voice.
Come along,
Right.
get on up and dance, y'all.
Hey, that's how we do it.
Okay, now I want to hear that song.
Now we need to play the song, There's people out there doing the same thing right now, thinking about
Of
it.
this vessel.
So it's a TDS voyage, and so come on with us. We want you to ride with us, and it's been since the beginning. We've always made it all about you, the People's Podcast.
Exactly.
So we do need you to interact a lot more. We if you like what we're doing, You know, remember, this is about you. So if you want something that you want to talked about, bring it to us. You could come here and start the conversation yourself, but at least, you know, you'll get some answers of maybe something, questions you've been asking yourself, if people feel the same way you do, or do they see it this way? Or now we know how you see it, so you just taught us something, and who knows, that might light something in anybody's head, like thinking, you know what, I never thought about it that way. So if I mix mine with that, I can see where we're going.
Plenty of our guests have made me go back and re-examine some things that I thought or some things that I believe, you know, and it may not always happen on camera, but sometimes I'll be at home and I think about some of the conversations we've had on here, and I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, wait, you know, when they said that, oh, this is what they meant. Okay, I got you. So
we're learning. I mean, I know a whole lot more since I started doing this damn podcast. So, I mean,
talked about the James Webb Telescope.
We talked about all that. And that's the kind of stuff we like. You know, we're interested in this telescope, seeing all that shit out there.
So since we're talking about current events, I want to talk about something real quick.
Okay.
I want to talk about She-Hulk, man.
She-Hulk.
If anybody watched She-Hulk out there,
that was
man. Okay, we all know I'm a comic book fan. Okay, I'm an old school comic book fan. You know, I've loved comic books since I was a kid, and She-Hulk was always one of those characters I loved. Hey, just being honest, I was young, you know, prepubescent boy, and she was a tall, green, sexy bitch. Right. You know, and I was just like, hey, I'm here for it. But then I started reading the stories. And she was one of those characters who she would break the fourth wall very often, even in the comic books. So like she'd be talking to you as the reader. She'd be like, now I did this, but I knew full well he was lying to me, you know, and that kind of stuff. Right. So it was one of those things that was common for her character. They incorporated that into the show, and I loved it because it holds true to the real character.
That's what a lot of people that do that when they watch the movies are like, no, I didn't really go by like what the comic books.
Right.
I never was big into those comic books. So could imagine you being a kid reading those and then seeing them in movie now. That must be
really exciting. I so love it. Especially the way Marvel does their movies, because they do such a good job with most of them. But I wanted to talk about, I don't know if you've heard, but there's been a couple of different controversies about the show, the She-Hulk show. Well, the main thing I'll say is there was part of the thing with the She-Hulk is that once she becomes a Hulk, you know, Bruce tries to treat her like he was when he first changed. He's afraid she's going to be this out of control rage monster, right? Well, and of course we're dealing with the Hulk that is intelligent. So he's green, but he's got full Bruce Banner intelligence.
Doctor.
It's not the anger can trigger her change just like with Bruce, but she's not out of control once she changes. Just because her skin is green, she's still herself. And in the show, she makes there's a line, and I know I'm going to butcher it, but I'll just say I'll paraphrase the way she does. She says that I'm a woman, and I've had to control my anger my entire life, because if I don't, I get called, you know, crazy, emotional. I get called, you know, an angry woman, you know, that kind of stuff. Right. She's like, I get catcalled that. I can't go off on those dudes because they might basically, you know, decide to, you know, get mad and want to bash my head in or something. Right. You know, she's and her character is a lawyer as well. So she's like, and I have to manage my anger or control my anger when a man tries to mansplain to me about my profession. I'm a lawyer. I graduated from law school. I know what I'm doing, you know, blah, blah, blah. And so she's like, I've had to control my anger my entire life, so of course I'm going to be better at it than you. And a lot of dudes, a lot of the comic book fandom, or a lot of the Marvel fandom, I'll say, a lot of men are butthurt by that line.
They didn't like her saying that.
They didn't like her saying that. Like, you're a woman. You don't know nothing about anger. That just goes to show the ignorance of some of these brothers out there, man. And it
also goes to show what we've always talked about. This is a man's world. When a man wants it, but he gets
prime example of
abortion shit and all that, you know.
Prime example of patriarchy at work, man.
We don't know nothing about pregnancy, but we're going to say, no, you got to have this, whether you like it or not. But that's pretty much what it is, why these dudes are hurt, because they're like, wait a minute, she can't just say this.
Like, shit. Oh, she thinks just because she a woman, she better than us?
Right.
In this respect, she's not lying, though.
Right.
In this respect, yeah, women do have to control that anger, because we all know, especially, and imagine a black woman.
That gets it even.
You know, the angry black woman is such a cliche that it's a fucking cliche.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for somebody, for a woman in this society having to deal, especially in a professional world, in a corporate world, having to deal with men not only on the corporate level, but then you still got the street level dudes you got to deal with, just living life and doing whatever you got to do. Yeah, you're gonna have to manage your anger. You got some women who are big enough and bold enough and brave enough to go off on dudes, and yes, that might work for them. Some women I know can fight and will beat your ass. You think just because she's a woman,
green bitch will fuck you up.
right? Well, that would be the wrong chick.
Wrong chick to get
Because, as a matter of fact,
off.
there's a scene in the show when she first gets the powers, and she doesn't really understand what happened to her yet. She has to go into this bar and she's trying to clean herself up, and these other women like loan her like a coat and stuff like that. Like, girl, we're gonna take care of you. You know, they think she's been beat up because she was dirty and had some blood on her and stuff like that. And so when she's standing outside waiting on her ride to show up, these dudes walk out of the bar. They're like, oh man, these chicks in here is, tripping or whatever. And as they walk up to her and approach her, they basically was like, oh, hey, what's up, girl? How you doing? And she's like, no, I'm not interested. I'm waiting on my ride, blah, 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 blah. They, of course, keep pushing.
Man.
And she was about to lose her shit. And just at that moment, Bruce came up and like snatched her and was like, oh. And next thing you know, she woke up in his house.
He's thinking,
Yeah, she turned. But
he's thinking like
she was going to kill. But that was her second transformation. So she wasn't fully in control of it at that point.
No,
I just like the reaction of dudes when she transformed. They turned bitch made. Like,
Right? Oh,
shit.
oh my God.
Me and Ron talked about that. Yes, I said, man, if the only difference between a fine human woman and her is the green, I could do the green. I could see some nice soft green skin. Yeah, he was like, nah. The only thing I said though is when you do this, it's purple. If y'all know what I mean. He was like, oh no, that purple. I said, no, think about it. It's like I could have grape Fanta every day.
Oh man, that would be crazy though. Because imagine, like, okay, let's be real. A human body, has sense, and everybody has their own personal sense. But what if, like, aliens we do encounter, and like there's something about their body chemistry to us smells like grape soda or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like Fanta and shit. My girl tastes like Fanta, y'all. Grape Fanta, because she's green. She's a green.
The human race would go extinct because human dudes would be strictly alien chicks.
Right.
That
What's funny, what I find funny in that is these dudes that are butthurt over this. She's not even real to begin with. This is a cartoon character that was built, and you're gonna be mad at what she says. That's really pushing that. It goes back to the saying, yeah, this is a man's world, and what he wants is what he gets, and then the rest of y'all just got to say fuck it and do what he says.
Another thing I saw on Facebook, I follow a couple of different nerd pages where they talk about comic books and all that kind of stuff, and somebody went through the trouble of creating a meme that was all the men supposedly that She-Hulk has slept with, all the male comic book characters
What difference does it
that
make?
she slept with, and I'm like, okay. But did you put the same energy into doing the exact same thing for all the male characters you're showing in here? All the female characters they've been through.
Right.
All of them is hoes. Is like you said. First of all, it's made up. But second of all, it shows you that double standard still exists. If a man
sleeps, a made up world,
right? If a man, because it's created by men,
right? Right.
Hats off to Stan Lee, love him, respect him, and all of that. But at the same time, he's a man of his age at that time, and that was the way they thought back then.
Yeah, that's how they did way back when they did that shit for our country. They didn't even include their own wives in it.
Nah, fuck that.
You get no power.
No, not She-Hulk in particular, but I mean, look at the costumes of all the female characters throughout the Marvel universe, the ones he did and didn't create.
All Titans.
He created that world.
Shit, yep.
There was no reason for Storm's titties to always be out, or for her to have the leather tight pants, or Emma Frost to always be, everything she wore pretty much had laces across the front, so it fit like a bustier on her. Those kind of things. But crazy. That's typical male fantasy stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
and again, anybody out there, if you want to talk about something today, any current event you want to touch on, give us a call, 281-968-1029. We are live, and we welcome your calls and your comments and whatever you got to say. If not, just comment in the chat. put up a subject on the chat and we'll see what we, get our opinion on the subject if we know what the hell what we're talking about. 'Cause if if I don't know what I'm talking about, I don't say shit. I just listen and learn. And then if I hear something that I might can, comprehend in a certain way, then I'll tell you how I'm comprehending that. Whether it's right or wrong, I'm just gonna tell you how I feel about whatever it is you want to talk about.
Yeah.
And I wish we could have did more on what it actually was today. But you got a non-believer I believe my own way. I believe my own spirituality and shit instead of the religion way. And you're an atheist, so it's like, what can we tell you about faith and shit other than what I studied?
I mean, I can quote you facts, but that's about the best I can do.
Right. That's about all I can do. And I don't have an opinion on this. I mean, I can go study it and see what it is, but then I'm studying something that I'm really not interested in. So I understand that would make me see the world in a different way. But I do know a little bit about some type of religion. I mean, I grew up Roman Catholic, in Puerto Rican. That's what we did. So, all the different saints and all the different shit. My grandfather and grandmother, they were spiritualists. They did their own type of thing. And Jesus was their main focal point, but they knew shit about you. And it was like some type of spiritual thing that, it was like the energy in the room with the people there just all flowed together. And that's what they did. I remember Wednesdays, boy, I'd get my bike. I'm out. Because I'm like, no, because every time I'm here, they put me up front there. It's called Centro was the name of the thing. And you'd have to go up there, and they tell you shit. I used to always tell my mom, why you be telling them all that shit that I be doing when I'm not here in Puerto Rico and shit? Because I was bad. I was a bad kid. I was always getting in trouble. And they seem to know that shit also. I always blame my mom. No, they just be coming out. I remember one time they were doing some shit. One guy just all of a sudden got into the trance and shit. And he started talking about certain things, and he's saying something. He said something about, I just got this feeling like I felt anger. It was toward my grandma. And I was like, yeah, okay, bro. Touch her and see what happens to you. I'm going to show anger towards you now. My mom's like, shh, can't be saying that shit. I'm like, well, he's just sitting there talking about he's going to slap grandma. I'm like, fuck that. But I would, on Wednesdays, I would book. I'd be gone. Like, no, because they always try to catch me because they knew, we can get shit on this one here.
See,
so I'm like, no.
I when I was growing up, a friend of mine tried to convince me to go to a church that he went to that did faith healing because he said they could heal my leg.
Oh, okay.
Right. That shit was wild, man.
You went?
Oh yeah, I went. Okay, so the first time I went, they basically was like, okay, have you been saved? And I was like, I don't even know what that is. And they was like, okay, well, you got to be.
I ain't never been drowned.
Right. You got to be saved in order to
work.
In order for it to work. And I was like, okay, so save me then. And so they was like, they went through the whole little prayer thing and all that. And so then they said, now to prove that you are saved, and it was like, yeah, just, and basically what they told me was, okay, just make noises and God will speak through you. And I was like, okay. So I just started going, and I had heard them doing it, and I was like, what the? Because I'd asked my homeboy, I was like, what is that? And they was like,
That's what that is.
But so I was like, okay. So they was like, okay, just make noises, and I was like, okay, go. I was doing like that, and they was like, no. And one of the chicks asked me, she said, do you speak? What did she ask me? She said, you speak German? I said, no. She said, well, speak German. And I started like making noises of what I thought German sounded like. And so and they was like, oh, he's speaking in tongues. Right. And so and I just kept going because they was like excited that I was doing it. So I just kept going. And next thing you know, they was like, okay, now we're gonna heal you. So they prayed, and they did the thing where they put the hand on your head, and I did fall back.
That nigga pushed you.
Well, yeah, but because they have you close your eyes, and after a while, you kind of feel a little bit dizzy, and then when they give you that little push, you go back.
Right.
And they had some people there who catch you, and they lay you down on the ground, and they cover you with this white cloth and everything while you laying there, and it's like, no, don't get up right away, let it go. And I was like, okay.
Did you get up from that? Like, yo, my leg is still fucked up. Right. I didn't do shit.
So then they said, well, no, you gotta come back. He was like, because what he's doing is like he's fixing it internally first, and then it's gonna manifest on the outside. And I was like, oh, okay. So for probably about 2 months, I was going to church with him like every Wednesday night, man. He picked me up because he was a little bit older than me, and he had a car, so he picked me up. and we ride over to. I went from I'm not
Right?
doing
They
this
said
no
ain't
more.
doing nothing.
And it was just like, nah. And they kept trying to get me to like join their church.
You know what I'm saying?
Although they did have some cute girls at their church.
That's about the only
I
thing.
almost
You put in a collection place.
That's kind of tongue we trying to speak in.
right now.
yeah, that one.
$100 you put in that collection place.
Actually, back then, I think I was still too young to even have a job,
money
so I
to
didn't
put in
have no
there.
money. Unless my mom maybe gave me a couple of dollars, so just so I could put stuff in. I think she was just happy that I was going to somebody's church.
Something to just go to
'Cause,
church.
yeah,
She
yeah.
grew up that way. Now my leg would have got good. I'd have been up there preaching.
Oh man,
You know what I'm
if
saying?
that had actually
I'd
happened,
have been up there preaching and knew that this. Yep.
then I would be able to say, okay, like Ron always says, I would have had my experience,
Right.
but
right.
that never happened. So
So we're still waiting on that. You know. But anyways, yeah. So that was what else you want to talk about today, man? Again, this is random. This is whatever.
Man.
We're hoping that you guys put up topics or call in and tell us what you want to talk about. Or let us hear you say something.
I did want to
Call us in talking tongues or speak German.
Oh
please.
Lord, yeah.
You know?
Not well. Keep talking in tongues, but but I did want to bring up the raid on Trump's place.
That shit, the papers they found.
Well, see, okay, and the only reason
That
why
treasonous shit.
the only reason why I wanted to bring it up is because, okay, you know me, I watch the news and whatever. I try to stay up on things, and everybody I'm hearing talking about the whole situation with the FBI. For those who don't know, what was it, last week? The FBI raided Donald Trump's house at Mar-a-Lago. Supposedly, even though he told them months ago that he had given them all the top secret and classified documents that he had, they knew because they had an informant on the inside that he hadn't.
Right.
And so they got a warrant signed by a federal judge, so all completely above board and everything. They had, and to get it signed by a federal judge, you basically have to prove that you have probable cause to get the warrant.
Right.
The judge agreed. So they go last week. They raid his house to get these top secret and classified papers back. And I say top secret and classified because there is a difference. Top secret is above classified. That's the stuff.
You can't have
That's
all-
like nuclear
national security
level stuff.
type
Yeah,
shit.
national security type stuff. You know. So basically, since then, of course, all you've heard about in the news is that, oh, this was classified, this was classified, this was top secret, this was top secret. No,
It's the Democrats.
that wasn't top secret. He declassified it and he did this.
Yeah.
Here's the point that I want to make about this. In the search warrant, part of the search warrant that they have to provide, one of the things that they have to provide in the search warrant is the laws that they think are being broken, and as a part of the explanation of why they need to go in there.
Right.
So there was 3 things on the search warrant, and the 3 charges were 18 USC 793, gathering, transmitting, or losing defense information which carries a penalty of up to 10 years in prison.
That's treason almost.
So that's gathering, transmitting, or losing defense information. That's one charge. 18 USC 2071, concealment, removal, or mutilation generally, which carries a penalty of up to 3 years in prison and disqualification for holding office. Okay, that's charge number 2. 18 USC 1519, destruction, alteration, and falsification of records in federal investigations and bankruptcy, which carries a penalty of up to 20 years in prison. Here's the thing. None of those charges matter whether the papers were classified, declassified, top secret, whatever. The fact that he had them and that they contain national security, defense information, and were considered to be important to the U.S. government, the fact that he had them was illegal.
So no, they don't do
So,
shit. This is a waste of time. I read somewhere today that he kept them because he was going to write some of his memoirs.
Bullshit.
Like, if you're going to write your memoirs, but you're going to put these in your book, you can't put that shit in there. Either way.
Bullshit.
You know, but that's what some GOP people were saying.
Bullshit.
That's why.
And if you notice, they come up with every excuse. Okay, so wait, First of all, they shouldn't have gone in there. How do we know that
That's
they
the
didn't
first
plant
thing they
stuff?
say, yeah.
Okay, but then on the very next breath, they say, "Well, he declassified it." Well, wait a minute. I thought he didn't
Still
have
had
it,
it though.
but he still had it. Well, he declassified it. Okay, so that doesn't matter. As I just pointed out, that doesn't matter as far as the charges are concerned. Well, it was illegal. No, they got a search warrant signed by a judge.
They found what they were looking for.
And like I said before, they had an informant.
Somebody that, so that's what they told.
Somebody on the inside told them.
I saw something today where Donald Trump Jr. was saying that whoever they're saying the informant was, it wasn't him. Get the name of the guy about that shit.
Oh, because you know the MAGA crowd is vicious, man. And if they already in releasing the search warrant, they already put out the names of all the FBI agents that was involved in it.
Yeah,
and now all those
right.
dudes are getting death threats and threats against their family, their wives and children. But this is the party that backs the blue.
Right.
This is the party that walks the thin blue line,
But yeah, they shouldn't have. That was fucked up to put their names out there like that. I mean, I saw something else today that people. And this I think was an MSNBC poll that most people in America right now are disgusted with both parties, presidents, past presidents, and future presidents. I mean, and present presidents and vice presidents. Their numbers are lower than ever before and shit. And then the number one topic that people are worried about when they want to go vote now is the threat to our democracy. Is what
I saw that.
about.
The
threat to our democracy is the number one concern in most Americans now.
Right.
And that's because these two motherfuckers keep bullshitting each other back and forth. You're the same motherfucker. The same people.
Y'all
The same people.
Taking money from the same motherfuckers.
Yes. And to start agreeing with shit, and start fuck what you and your party believe. Remember, you're there because we put you there, not because you just happen to, hey, I'm gonna lead things. No, we put you there. Now you work for us. So, that's why I say minimum wage is what your pay should be. I bet shit would be different then, or they might not do shit then because it's like, I don't get paid enough for this shit. But either way, though, they need to stop bullshit. It's the same shit. That's why I tell everybody, regardless of what party you believe in, it's the same man doing the same shit, just talking about it differently. So see in a fucking America. This is what oligarchy. Yeah, this is, if you have money, you can run this country. Where the fuck you're from, even if you're not from here. You got money, come here. You do whatever the fuck you want in this country, even change laws and shit. And that's what we see. They need to stop bullshitting each other back and forth with this stupid shit. Y'all believe in the same exact shit. You're the same motherfucker that just took over everything. And now you're arguing amongst yourselves. So stop that bullshit and remember, you're there because we put you there. So do what we asked you to do and stop. And maybe that's us. Maybe we need to stop, putting the wrong motherfuckers there, stop believing half of the shit they say. But half the stuff you don't know what to fucking believe anyway. You hear the same shit different. If you hear this, you hear the different story here. You hear this, different story here. Same shit.
And this is just my advice when it comes to the question of who to vote for. Okay, because I'm not a proponent of either political party. I distrust the Democrats just as much as I have to admit I do distrust the Republicans a little bit more, but I distrust the Democrats just as much or close to, just because they all lying to us. But here's the thing that I say: if you're gonna, if when you're thinking about voting, okay, and like I say all the time, please go vote. We got elections coming up in November. Please go vote. Matter of fact, a race for state governor, if you're in Texas, is coming up in November. So that's on our ballot coming up. We got to get. Dude, there's a group in Texas called MAGA, Mothers Against Greg Abbott. And they call themselves MAGA, dude. I thought that shit was hilarious. Oh, man. But please go vote. But when you do go vote and you're looking at who to vote for, look at where their money's coming from.
Right. See,
look at where their money's coming from. And there's websites out there nowadays where you can go look up a politician's whole donation list if you want to. Right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look up some of the names and see if I can find them. Maybe we can put some links up.
They're saying that these midterms are going to shake up a lot of shit.
Who knows?
And they're not going to go the way they're thinking.
In a lot of races, you do have some progressive candidates that are running. People who aren't taking like corporate money, people who are doing like Bernie Sanders and stuff like that. They're just doing the straight up. If the people believe in what I'm saying, then the people will back me. Right, that kind of campaign, right. And those are the kind of candidates that I lean towards more, because if you're being held, politicians are held accountable by money. Let's be real. If you're paying for their campaign, they're accountable to you.
Right.
That's the realness of the current
The
system.
realness is you're fucking running for fucking something to do with the people of America. That's enough right there. You represent us. We put you there. So do what we say, not what you fucking want to do.
They don't care about us.
That's what I was ranting about, Ron, while I was cussing out the Republicans and the Democrats for being the same exact motherfucker arguing with each other. That's what I was cursing about. So, I mean, so you really didn't miss nothing. We're just talking random shit. You got something to say? Like we said, 281-968-1029. Call in. Give us a topic to talk about today or just rant with me. What are you mad about? Fuck it. Just bring it here. We want to hear what you got to say.
It's a daily smoke for a reason. Come blow that shit out
Come
with
blow
us.
that smoke out. Get that shit out off your chest. That's what we want. So again, 281-968-1029 is the number. You should see it there scrolling at the bottom. Don't be scared. There's no reason to be scared to come here. It's like if you've been watching us all along and you've seen guests come in, we don't argue with them. We don't go against what they're saying. We discuss it. We discuss it and we try to come to an agreement. If there is nothing to come to an agreement to, we each take our own opinion with us. And now we know your opinion, and I mix it in with what I believe, and then we'll go from there. Like he said, we go back and listen to something, and yeah, we did cover Mar-a-Lago. That was part of what got the whole thing going.
What got us on talking about politics and politicians.
Yeah. What they say, that's what I read today. He was going to write his memoirs. I'm like, okay, either way, you can take that shit. Other presidents took that shit with them so they can write their memoirs, or I thought you couldn't take that shit out of there at all.
No, you can't. And that's another thing. When he was in office, because of his whole lock her up Hillary Clinton shit, he passed a law. He signed the law into the books saying that what he did was illegal.
Right. And now it's like,
and now all of a sudden, it's me, so it doesn't apply to me.
Yeah, no, I saw again what I say about. Yeah, Trump needs to run again so he could finish fixing America. Since he did so much, because he did so much. So imagine if he got reelected, how much more would he fix? I'm like, well, I don't see shit fixed. I see the same motherfucker arguing back and forth about nothing, about stupid shit, trying to find dirt on each other,
right? And
shit like that. The other one that got me today was Ukraine telling Russia, hey, everything you're doing to us, we're going to do back to you 100-fold. Who the fuck are you to just say something? Oh, you got our back, and that's why now you can go in and do some shit to Russians because, they did it to us, so we're going to do it to them. Come on, that's not how you run a war. Now you expect me to stop doing my war if you're going to say some shit like that? Well, if that's the case, then I better do me 100-fold right now and just slaughter all of you motherfuckers.
But see,
so there ain't none of you left to come back to hit me again with that shit. You don't say shit like that.
What you call him? You talking about what's the president of Ukraine? I forgot his name.
The dude's name.
Zelensky.
I think some about it. Whatever, all the atrocities you're doing to us, we're going to do to you 100 times.
Here's the thing.
Come on, man.
But okay, and. I'm not saying that he was right in saying that, but you have to understand who you're talking about.
Right.
Okay. This guy was an actor. Remember that. He was a comedian, as a matter of fact, who became a politician just because he wanted to try and make his country better.
Is there Ronald Reagan?
Yeah, actually, kind of, but he just so happened to be younger.
Right.
But since the beginning of this war, since the beginning of this whole conflict, people thought, okay, what is this dude going to do? He's not even a real politician, but he came out at the beginning of this thing looking like a badass because he stood up to Russia and they were successfully fighting back. Now
he knew he had our help. That's why. If not, they would have been done already.
To inspire his people to keep going.
You don't.
I don't think because he knows right now that his people are running on fumes, and you got to, if you can evoke even a spirit of vengeance.
But even then, I would think, man, don't say that shit. These motherfuckers are still here. So and we ain't got time for, when the hell are we going to do 100 times worse to them? So what, America's just going to let us go into Russia and do whatever the fuck we want? No, that's not going to happen either. So don't talk that shit. Because all you would do, if I was Putin right now, I would nuke your ass. 100 times fold that, motherfucker. Boom. No more Ukraine. How you going to get me back? There is no more. So get the fuck out of here talking that shit.
Look, he ain't going to do that.
Forget who you're fucking with.
He ain't going to do that because he already know if he shoot a nuke, that's it.
Oh yeah, I know, but that might be what he got to do. Keep talking that shit.
Look,
but the dude seems to forget that these people got nukes that'll nuke you down. You're just talking that shit because we're on your side. Because Russia's not just fighting Ukraine; they're fighting all of Europe. They're fighting. They're fighting why they started this shit. They didn't want this NATO shit on their doorstep. But America kept pushing. Dude said, "All right, fucking," and look what he's getting now. Exactly what he didn't want. We're not just fighting Ukraine. Ukraine should have been done 2 weeks after they got in there, done. But no, they got all this shit that all of Europe is giving them, and this is what this man's trying to do. But he's the bad guy. Come on now, we're the bad guys here. We shouldn't even fucked with it to begin with. The shit we signed way back in the day said we wouldn't do this shit, but look, we got half of Europe already on our side, and keep pushing and keep pushing. What would we do if a motherfucker came like, yo, Canada's going to turn into this? Oh, hell to the no. We would go take Canada. So that's what he's doing. So don't think that he's the bad guy. No, he's doing what he got to do for his people and as best he can. And that's to me, that's a leader. You're going to do what we need you to do for us. We had people somewhere else that were getting fucked over. You wouldn't try to help them. These people didn't want to deal with you, so you had to go, hey, look, the only way I know how to help my people, I gotta war your ass out of these areas and keep it and shit. You know, they should have just cut the country in half and said, fuck it, you be Russia, you be over here, just leave us the fuck alone. You know, and stop trying to mess with this evil and shit that just wants to take over everything. We talk about how, oh, these people want to do this, these people want to do, but we end up doing all that shit that we fight about. We end up doing all that same shit. That's like, no, you can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that. But then here we are doing this, and that. But come on now.
But that's the hypocrisy of America. We go into other countries and destabilize their shit. We go into other countries, even when they have democratically elected governments, and we go, oh wait, you trying to do some shit for your people? You trying to make some money for your people? You trying to cut into our profits? Right. You trying to not let our companies come in and run roughshod over you and your people? Man, nah, you might have been elected, but we can't have you. We gonna have to take you out and put our own dude in, because you're not letting our business interests come in and do what we want them to do.
It's like how me and Ron always talk. Oh well, too bad. Welcome to Rome, motherfuckers. We run everything. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do shit. So I'm gonna do whatever the fuck.
You finna go up against Rome, nigga? You finna go up against Rome?
Like, are you really gonna go up against this? Because we will knock you the fuck out. Look, we got Russia can't fucking wipe out. You know, Ukraine. They should have did it in 2 weeks. Ukraine should have been done on their knees. Okay, we give up, but no. So we got to do. That's right. We got the biggest stick, and whoever got the biggest stick, and we've known that for generations, because the biggest stick wiped out 90 motherfucking million people over here on this side of the world. So, and that stick just got bigger and bigger. Now it's harder to do what they did. You can't just go invade shit that we do. We can, but nobody else can do that.
Right. It's what's good for the goose. The gander better not even think about, because we'll slap your ass down.
Right. You can't fuck around with us. Anyways, hopefully I didn't go off. I mean, well, it's about anything today, so we'll really talk about whatever. That's just how I feel. But yeah, so like I said, when I see some of this Russia shit, it's like, come on, man. The dude's not just fighting Ukraine, so stop acting like Ukraine is kicking ass, because if we went into Ukraine, they would have been done in 2 days. Like when we went into Iraq, they were done in hours. We would have did that to Ukraine, done. Unless the Russians came in and helped, then it'd be a different story. We'd be fighting a little bit harder. That's what's happening now. They're fighting us. They're fighting Israel. They're fighting Germany. They're fighting all these people. Even though there's no troops there, all the shit that's on the ground has their flags on it, though. That's what they're fighting against. So as a Russian, I'm thinking, damn, I thought we were fighting Ukraine. That's an American flag. That's a German flag. That's a Polish flag. Oh, we're fighting everybody except that. That's why we're not getting any fucking where. So, and it doesn't seem to be hurting them.
Nah.
What's this? You guys see Dennis Rodman is...
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Did you see about that? So basically, Dennis Rodman is saying that he's going to go over to Russia and get Brittany Griner out, because he did that same shit in Korea with Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, but that's that motherfucker. This is a Russian motherfucker. This is a white Russian motherfucker. You're not fucking with him.
But you got to realize, man,
the other motherfucker wasn't white. That's why you got away with.
But Dennis Rodman, back in his heyday, traveled around the world a lot, and he met a lot of influential people.
Regardless of all that, Brittany Griner, you shouldn't have had no fucking drugs in Russia. You should have known better. Come on now. You're in a fucking foreign country. You're going to have drugs. And why do you get to go free? If I did that shit, wouldn't nobody be talking about me on the fucking news? Just because you throw a ball into a fucking hoop, that makes you different? No, fuck all that. Fuck her. Go to jail. She needs to go to jail and stay in that motherfucker. You committed a crime. Simple as that.
But it was an accident, Lowe's.
Well, no fucking accident. No fucking accident. No. Oh, I accidentally put this oil in my goddamn bag and I'm going to a foreign country and shit. Okay, go on. You know what they need to do? They need to do like they do in Malaysia, where they flog a motherfucker, flog her ass, and then let her go. She needs some punishment, has to happen, because if it was just anybody else, that's almost saying, oh, because you're a superstar or you're rich, you can get away with shit. No, you're in Russia, bitch. You're not in fucking America. In America, you can get away with that shit. But in Russia, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck who you are. We don't allow this here. Just like if you went to Malaysia or these other places, they will whoop your ass and there's nothing we can do about it because, and I feel that way because this is my country. You obey my laws. Fuck America. This is not America. They might let you go there because you're rich. Here, you're going to jail, bitch. You shouldn't have brought that shit into my country. Plain and simple. Stop. Don't try to free her. Stop trying to free her, all that. Because if it was just a regular motherfucker, white, black, whatever, he would none of this. We wouldn't even know that how many people do we not know that got arrested and are there because she's a basketball star? We got to go help her. Fuck her. You committed a crime, bitch. It's plain and simple. You know, in a foreign country at that. You know, and you want to get away with that? No, come on, you can't.
Shit.
That arrogance only works as American military might. You're not American military might. There's nothing you can do about it. Oh well, you shouldn't have fucked up. You know,
One country that we can't do shit about. You know,
how stupid are you? Who do you think you are? You're fucking. You play basketball, bitch. That's it. So you ain't shit house. You're a fucking junkie high bitch that wants to play basketball, and you think you can get away with going to another country and disobeying their laws. Fuck all that. You know, that just don't make no sense. So Dennis, don't waste your time freeing that bitch. That bitch should be locked the fuck up. You went there, you want to commit a crime, now learn to do the fucking time. You're lucky that you're not here in America, because we'll be doing a show about that, because if you were here, you'd get a felony charge, and you wouldn't be doing shit ever than that. That's all you'd be able to do is basketball, because you wouldn't get a job nowhere else. And we'll be doing a show on that coming up, the dilemma with the prisoner and the game theory thing and how fucked up, no, it's not, hey, you commit a crime, you do the punishment, okay. Oh, you forgot to tell me that I got to do the punishment for the rest of my fucking life. That didn't say that in there. So, and I don't want to hear that, oh, well, you shouldn't have committed a crime. No, I committed because I knew, okay, if I do this, I get this many years. I'm willing to do that, but not for the rest of my life. What kind of shit is that? Like, That's bullshit. You want me to go back to jail. That's plain and simple.
But that's all it is. Because what are you when you in jail? You slave labor.
Pretty much, even though they pay you 43 fucking cents an hour. Or something.
White dude that got went over and acted the fool in another country, thought he was just
Oh yeah, that white dude that got caned.
He still got caned. That's what I'm saying. That's what they should do in Russia. Cane her ass. Throw a bunch of basketballs at her ass or something. Just get a basketball shoot machine, boom, 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 and bust her ass with that shit. Get that fucking oil. Make her sweat that oil out and
that
shit.
would be a fucked up punishment for crimes. It's like, okay, you can go to jail for a year, or you can take this basketball.
Right. If you're going to jail for 10 years here in Russia, we're going to bust your ass with, we're going to cannon blast basketballs at you.
You remember that game, Spread Eagle?
Yes.
It was a game when we were kids, and you had to stand up against the wall, and you had to like put your arms and legs out, and everybody, like if you're playing with 4 dudes, everybody got a turn to try to throw a ball at you to hit you.
They all are aimed for your nuts.
Exactly.
That's like,
but if you miss, or what was it? I forgot.
No, the game is it's a wall. We're going to throw the ball at the wall. If it bounces and if you try to catch it and you miss,
you go on the wall.
You got to stand on the wall. That's right. That's what it was. So you had to bounce. You could only let it bounce once.
Yeah.
When it hit the wall.
Mike says not Spread Eagle. Oh, that's my man. What's up, Mike? Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow.
Oh.
Our new family member Michael Horn here with sweet cake. What is it? Sweet tooth cheesecakes will be here tomorrow.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, that's right. Today's Monday. Wednesday. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow though, because he's on Taboo Tuesday with the word Matician, talking about being an entrepreneur, a father, and a husband, and difficulties with that, and why to some people that could be taboo. You should be home or you're not home. But the brother got it all going together. So yeah, I appreciate you being here, man. I can't wait for Wednesday. Like I said, I'm gonna have my coffee ready to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Ron gets to miss the cheesecake unless he comes Wednesday. He don't get no. So don't bring no. Matter of fact, if you do bring extra for him, we got it. So we got his cut.
Cheesecakes on Wednesday. I'm telling you, if y'all tune in for this Wednesday episode, y'all gonna be jealous.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get my grub on. I'm gonna eat on camera. I'm gonna tell you how good this shit is, so I can tell the brother, oh, this is the bomb here.
We'll do our best to describe it in detail for you.
Right.
We'll try to make sure you understand the fluffiness and layers of the cake, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But we still gonna be grubbing.
Right.
Just so you know.
Do it like I'm smoking a cigar. Yes, I got the earthy tones of the carrots, the spicy tones of the nutmeg,
and do I detect cinnamon?
I think there's cinnamon in there, along with the creamiest of cheeses and some spread.
The creamiest of cream cheeses.
You know,
Yes.
yeah, so make sure y'all tune in. Y'all
Lovely.
we're gonna have a scratch and sniff show. So you just scratch your screen and take a whiff of this bomb ass cake we're about to try. And so make sure y'all check him out again. It's sweettoothcheesecakes.com. Y'all can check it out. He does slices. You can order a slice. You can order whole cakes. Tune in Wednesday. You'll hear all about it even more. So make sure y'all tune in so y'all can check. And again, black-owned business. We're trying to push that. So, hey, come help and support the brother. You can call him. You can go pick it up. I mean, do what you got to do. Same thing with the girls. The
lifted lemonade.
Lifted lemonade.
Yeah, lifted lemonade. Those my girls.
Y'all got lifted.
Right. Yeah, no. So go ahead, check them out. And of course, make sure y'all donate to us and support us like you do, because we want to keep bringing you this and don't forget, again, this is a live show. 281-968-1029. Call in, or it's getting ready to rain like a motherfucker. I'm so happy. They said a lot of rain is coming this way.
Yeah, I'm looking at the clouds rolling in now.
Some of the lightning. That's what the station alert was. Man, I'm so happy. It rained a few days, but it's not enough. It seemed like it got hotter.
Well, because now we got all the moisture in the air from the ground being wet. So now when it gets hot, now it's just like steam.
Right. We got all that rain.
Steam.
Bobby's house just said click, 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 click.
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
Settled and stuff, and all the doors. Got
Dude, up in Dallas though, they getting flooded.
Oh, that's right. He's bringing edibles too. He has edibles.
Ooh.
I told him you're down with edibles. I mean, I'll try some, but I don't know. He does edibles too. So.
Michael, you finna be my new best friend, dude.
Yeah.
I love you. I love you, brother.
So
all right, cool.
So we'll make sure not to get high before the show, so we can see how that affects us.
Okay, cool.
And we can do that. I mean, I might get high either way because I don't mind edibles. Like I said, that one cookie Rick make me that one day, that shit was bomb. I ate half of that, and like 30 minutes later, I could feel that. Ooh, like goddamn. The only thing I don't like is when it's in my stomach. It gives me that nauseated feeling.
See, that's how edibles.
If I can get rid of that, I'm good with
edibles. Do me like that too. But if I slowly ramp it up, it's not like I can manage that. Okay. But if it really gets bad with me, like the last time when we went to the Puff Puff Poetry event, when it gets too, if I go too high too fast from edibles, then that's when it gets that uncomfortableness in my stomach. But if you take it, try it next time you do an edible, try to take it slow. Do a couple nibbles, wait 15-20 minutes, a little bit more, a little bit more.
Though. I like. I want to get high as soon as I taste that shit.
See, but the one thing I like about edibles is I like the longevity of the high. When you can stay high for like 6 to 8 hours, man, that's a beautiful experience.
Right.
I love it, man. That's
that good buzz.
And then you got to think about it too. You're also giving you're giving your lungs a break.
That too,
because you're not inhaling smoke, but you're still getting.
I mean, I eventually might have to go just to edibles if I want to get high. So micro dosing, that's it.
There you go.
At a time, So 3 gummy bears at a time, and see what happens.
Shit, not some of the gummy bears I've seen, but anyway.
Yeah. So.
But all right, y'all. If y'all do want to, I'll say this: it's not too late if you do want to call in and say anything or bring up a subject real quick before we shut it down. Feel free to. Numbers going across the bottom of the screen, 281-986-1029. So please do.
968.
968, I'm sorry.
1029. So yeah. Please do. Okay, here we go. We got one. Microdosing. Okay, yes.
Oh, yeah, he said that.
We can talk about microdosing. That's the subject. We like I like to smoke me microdose, 3-4 hits, boom, put it out. That's 3-4 hits, boom, put it out.
That's what I tried to the one time
Especially
I tried
with some good shit too.
The one time I tried shrooms is that's what I tried to do, but I did it wrong. I come to find out later I did it wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah. Sometimes you can't trust everything you Google,
Right.
But yeah.
I remember when they had that one shit that it was like a sativa type shit. They tell you, don't try this alone. Make sure there's someone around. Like, I'm not trying shit that I have to have someone around to watch me how it affects me. It was that fake shit that way back with that fake shit first started.
Oh, what do they call it?
Type shit or something.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
not the sugar thing, but it was something with the weed.
I had no inclination.
I watched a video where the dude and his girlfriend were smoking that shit. The dude fell out the fucking front window of the house, and when he came to the door and knocked, the girl didn't even know he had fell out the goddamn window. They didn't know what the fuck they were doing. I hadn't read that. No, you want to be somewhere that's free of obstacles and and be by yourself. No, I'm good. I don't need that shit.
Anything I got to plan that far ahead in
Don't-
advance for? Yeah, K2.
Is that what it was?
That
Man,
was what it
some
was,
shit that was-
K2,
I was like, you know
yeah.
what? For me, if it's not real fucking weed, I don't talk to me about it because it has to be real. Why do I want some fake shit? I don't want to get a fake high. I'm trying to get a real high. So, you know, even though saying
He's just saying that he missed the beginning of it. He came in late. That's all.
no, it was cool. I mean, it was just the normal. We did our sponsors, you know how we do, but you can go check it out again. You know, the salvia, that's what it was. That shit from back then, something like that. I guess they called it K2, but yeah, they.
I think it was all the same thing. Yeah, just,
you know, it's like, wait a minute, it looks like weed and everything. Is it weed? Okay, then I'm good. No, keep it the fuck away from me. I don't want no Delta 8. I don't want none of that
some
shit.
potpourri shit.
Yeah, I don't want none of that. Make sure someone's with you. Why? Is this going to affect me like LSD or some bullshit? Because I don't want it then. I want some regular fucking shit. Don't give me no synthetic nothing.
Wasn't that? No,
when it's
no,
synthetic, it becomes a drug. That's, to me, this is a plant. You can walk right up to it, pluck it, put it in your bowl, smoke it. Nothing. Coke. Take a piece of leaf, put it in your mouth, you get that high. But once you mix it with something, that's when it becomes a drug. These are just regular fucking plants that we live on. I mean, you're gonna do that. What if my clippings from my grass got me high? You gonna make everybody have concrete then? You know, because that's pretty much what it is.
They try.
You know, so it's like, man, once you mix it with something, that's when it becomes a fucking drug. You know, it's just a plant that it so happens that, hey, and if you're religious, your God put that shit here for me to get high on for some reason. So don't get mad. You know, don't make it a sin because it's something that it's put here by this God. So it got to be something that
it says in Genesis, I put all the seeds and herb-bearing plants here for you to use.
Right. So why not use this one just because it makes me feel good? I guess that's why, because it makes you feel good. That's taboo. No, you can't have something that makes you feel good.
No.
You know?
But yeah, man, we're going to have to wrap this up. We already over time at this point. So thank y'all for joining us on another episode of the Daily Smoke. As always, we're so glad y'all took time out of y'all day to sit here and talk with us. You know, we appreciate it. Whatever love, support y'all give to us, trust me, it does not go unnoticed, and we appreciate every single iota of it because it keeps us going, man. I mean, we do this because we love it, you know, because we want to try to.
We're trying to bring it to you. We're trying to entertain you. Atheists,
hey, I went to church for a few years before I converted to atheism.
You know, well, like they said, you know, you know religion, and that's why you're an atheist. You don't want to mess with it.
But
you know,
we thank y'all for joining us, and like I said, we do appreciate it. You know, please check out the website www.thedailysmoke.com, and if you do have any anything that you might want to donate for us, of course, $ TD Smoke is the cash app, and we always appreciate the love. So please, thank you for joining us again. I'm your boy, Brother Jam.
Brother Los. Brother Black Hand on the cam.
And Brother Ron is out there in the audience, and we appreciate you, love you, miss you, brother. Hope you're feeling better soon.
Yeah.
We are the Daily Smoke. Thank you for joining us.
Doctor's note and shit.
Thank you for joining us.
We have to get corporate on that nigga. We need a doctor's note. You've been out too long. Doctor's note signed by 3 doctors and documented.
And we need the FMLA forms faxed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They got to be faxed from the doctor's office.
Yeah, in triplicate, you know.
And we won't take an email. It's got to be faxed.
You know, we got to get corporate.
But man, thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate you. We love y'all. We out. Peace.
Peace.